Okay, I think this is better.
You are the more cameraman. Please see Sriram.
Good evening. Today I'll tell you two stories, and from that I'll explain how serious the topic of personal data is, and hopefully by the end of this you will be aware of the need for data privacy and hopefully be switching to safer ways in navigating your digital life. So the first story is about a funny businessman. He wants to run a country. He contests in elections. Before the elections, he goes to an analytics company to help him with his campaigning. That organization spends millions on advertising, conducting surveys, etc. Few people think he could win the elections. Even I didn't think, but he went on to win the elections and he became the president of the country. The second story is about a politician. He is a right-wing leader. There is obvious hatred and bigotry in his party's agenda, but he still managed to win elections. Not once, but twice. So the both stories had one thing in common. The platform that they posted advertisements in. Like Akash said, social media is becoming bad. The targeted advertisements in the platform targeted people who they thought could be manipulated. And in both the cases, there was polarization of votes. We may think, what's the big deal in targeted ads? I search for a laptop and I get laptop ads everywhere. What's the big deal? I search for an outfit and I get Instagram ads. What's the big deal? I search for PGDBA and I get this. Well, not this, but ads for data science courses, etc. Like we think, targeted ads are not just targeted ads. A renowned professor and social psychologist Sushana Zuboff has said about targeted ads. She says it's subconscious cues suggesting us to do things. If these could swing the results of nation's elections, can't we agree that it can make us do purchases that we don't need? As future business leaders in data industry, I want all of us to be aware of the manipulative behavior of targeted advertisements and data collections. So what do we do then? What can we do to not be influenced? With no data protection law currently in place, the only thing we can do is limit the amount of data that we give out. In our daily online presence, we give out tons of data. In all the websites, there is trackers that are tracking us. So I want all of us to review the applications on our phone, review the settings, go through every apps that you use. Look out for the data that you operate to queue by default. These companies make us give data by default. If you use Android, please go delete your advertising ID. Also, I want to ask one question. How many of you use the default browser in your phone? The Chrome or Safari? I feel bad for you. We have to go through that settings of all the apps. By doing that, we are not just doing ourselves a favor. There is a potentially huge social impact for this. Let's talk journalists, social activists, people who stand against tyranny, oppression against the majority. Can't we agree that they need privacy, anonymity to protect themselves? But we may not need that level of anonymity or privacy. But still, as future leaders of business, if we start using safer, data-friendly practices in our online, offline activities, if we set standards for the big data, if we set privacy as standards and demand safe and private apps, what we create is a safe community for people to share their opinions, without anyone snooping on them. If you think hiding in the crowd is the best thing for social activists, I say hiding in an anonymous crowd is a better thing. Thank you.